Why do adventurers want to die with their boots on? So they don't stub their toes when they kick the bucket.
When is a thief neither right nor left-handed? When he's caught red-handed. What does a king do when he burps? He issues a royal pardon.
Yeah, I like Sylvari, but I've heard their bark is worse than their bite. This costume itches. I don't know which would be worse, being stuck in the Mad King's realm or being stuck in his underwear. Wait a minute, that didn't come out right.
What's the difference between someone who doesn't laugh at my jokes and a corpse? I don't know either.
What sinks to the bottom of the ocean and shakes? A nervous wreck!
How do you mend a jack-o'-lantern? With a pumpkin patch. When is a quaggan like a chicken? When it has flown the coop!
What's the best way to cook Ascalonian Roast? Char-broil it!
Mother says I have a good head on my shoulders. She says I'm bright. Today, for the first time, I prove her right.
What has more lives than a cat? A hylic! It croaks many times a day!
I just overcharged an Asura. Good thing she was really dumb. What? What's the difference between a Norn and an Asura? About 6 feet.
Hug a hylic today. This message brought to you by the Make-A-Wart Foundation.
Why do Norn become the bear? Because become the arrogant loudmouth was already taken by the Asura. A hylic once invited me to dinner at the last minute, but I told him, I don't eat on the fly.
I once met a Norn so stubborn, I was sure he followed the spirit of jackass. I told an inquest agent I'd kill him if he didn't hand over his scrit prisoner, and he said, I don't give a scrit.
Why can't Orients control their armies? Because they keep falling out of their sleeveys.
I just flew in from the underworld, and boy, are my arms tired.
Sometimes I wonder things. Like, do Norn need stepladders to reach their fancy dishes?
How does a dwarf sleep? Like a rock! I know a Norn who made his legend by belching the alphabet.
When a Sylvari trims her toenails, can you root the clippings in water?
When is a Norn like an Asura? When the Asura has his beer goggles on!
If Char were civilized, they'd be human. How do you survive an encounter with a dragon? Run faster than Snap.
Sometimes I wonder things. Like, do Char get hairballs?
How many Asura does it take to screw in a fuse? 3. 1 to screw it in, and 2 to tell them how they'd have done it better. Why do Asura have such big ears? All the better to hear the screams of their test subjects.
Ever hear the one about the Asura who had lots of friends? Me neither. What goes ha 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 plop? Someone laughing his head off.
How do you know when a Char likes you? He asks for seconds. Sometimes I wonder things. Like, are Sylvari ever tempted to make hedge animals of themselves?
Sometimes I wonder things. Like, do Asura have golems to clean up after their golems?
When is a human like a Char? Never.